changing his darts, and I think at times he had people around him that were giving him wrong advice. But he seems happy now, and perhaps we'll see a better Barney.
Manu's always a little bit twitchy in competitions, but not judging by this performance.
Yeah, I mean
140. Gary Anderson's getting things off against Anastasia, who was really impressive this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean she's a steady player, but she's firing in here on all cylinders. First 3 darts.
Perfect start.
I was just about to say she might be a bit edgy against Gary Anderson scoring, but she goes up there and bangs in a 180. So we could have a good game on our hands.
She nearly made the World Championship, just failed at the final hurdle. It's a shame for the sport that she's not there.
Yeah, I mean we need a bit of glamour. Us dart players are not the best looking blokes, are we? And to have a bit of glamour and to have another Russian in there, a woman would have been absolutely great. But this young man, he'll make a good account of himself.
Roman Konkikov looks like a sort of young Chris Evans, doesn't he?
He does. He only looks about 15 or 16, doesn't he?
He's 23.
Yeah.
They're firing on all cylinders here.
Well, he's going to Anastasia. I'm going to be the heavy scorer here, and that just has upset Annie a little bit. But if Gary Anderson gets firing on all cylinders, that will bring Robert Thornton along. And when they start playing really well, these two, are great players.
Today it's all about the doubles. Loser goes home. Tomorrow, 2 singles, and then the doubles, which is again added pressure.
It is, and of course they're going to have guaranteed 3 games tomorrow, so they can settle into it a bit. And of course the pairs tomorrow is worth 2 points, the singles are worth 1 point, so it really will be all to play for. But the all-important thing is getting over tonight. Don't worry about tomorrow, just get tonight. I think that was an 11 dart first leg.
And a dream start for Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely dream start, and that's what you want. I mean, the Russians have played this afternoon, so they've kind of settled into it. When you're going up there cold, you don't know if your doubles are on or your trebles. You don't know if your actions are a little bit, jerky or what have you. But that's the perfect start for the Scottish.
Okay, let's see if they can continue this hot streak. Commentary team: Dave Lanning, Sid Woodell.
Well, just been in the practice room talking to Phil Taylor about tactics. Been playing opposite the end of the practice room to James Wade. I said, have you got a plan? No, he said, we'll both get him. But there's a clearer plan here. Gary has just stated after the scoring, and the Thorn will hit the doubles. 110 average as we speak. Worked. Lovely. 11 dart opening leg. So, 96. Dave, any early thoughts?
Well, the Russians had a princess called Anastasia who was supposed to have survived an execution squad. Tonight, can their Russian darts princess survive 43. The bombardment which is going to come her way from perhaps the 2 most determined Scots to cross the border since Bonnie Prince Charlie got down to Derby?
Well, there you go. That these 2 of them might have gotten nearer.
94.
Beaconsfield and Stoke Poges. Great start. You could see those diamond blue eyes flickering at the aggressive. Got to be aggressive in darts. Words of the Scots.
45.
The plan was
Scotland require
here
154.
He is. What a talent. Gary Anderson. Big wins. IDL 2007. 18 180s in the final. WDT World Darts Trophy 2007. Beat Taylor 7-3. Despite 17 180s by Taylor. Konchikov here. Anastasia's sidekick. Needs double 18. He was on edge in the first game on the Big Gibraltar. On the wire, unlucky son.
And the Scots, who started with a 180 and finished with a 1-2-1 in that first leg, now looking for 2 up. Double top for the Thorn. Double 10.
Games on the second leg.
World Master of 2007 beat Darryl Fritton in the final. They are really on fire, these 2. They'd like to hang this lassie and her partner out to dry. The true Scottish spite and bile.
22.
Well, it would be a surprise if the Russians could overturn the very, very talented Scots, and they're an informed pair, and they're very high in the rankings, and they've had a terrific couple of years between them. They really have emerged as a new international force on the darting stage. We've had one surprise this evening with the Austrians unfancied going through to the group stage. It has been a good night for Vienna,
and it's been a good night for the Valleys. They'll be singing as 6 darts to doubles went in from Barry Bates. What fantastic
100.
sport. All this and a New Zealand piece of rockin' haka.
Yes.
All happens here at Durham.
Yes, we've had quite a colourful day.
100.
The weather hasn't exactly been tropical, but it's been a heated day of exchanges, and we've had colour, we've had excitement, we've had tension and drama.
140.
The usual story of big time dancing.
Yeah, this lad was a little bit phased, I think, by the atmosphere, even though he did represent Russia 2006 in the European Cup. Only 23. Roman.
83.
So Roman will have to try and put the Scots in the gloaming. Oh, just lost the ally. Interesting, Anna saying you probably have less nerves when you played away from home, away from the
92.
Tammies and the kilts and the skiing doos.
Well, the Russians can't finish here on 162, though Trabonska will make a hole in it, but the Scots
81.
are playing as though they can hear the
require
bagpipes.
84.
I want to do bagpiping impressions. Steady 100 average by the Scots, looking a very crisp combination.
28.
Like Jimmy
Russia
Shand
require
and his
81.
famous band. They make you reel till you count your creels.
Russians here. Roman Konchikov is in with a chance here. Double 13. 26 left. Big dark for the Russians here. Give them heart.
68.
Second time he's pulled one inside, high right.
Scotland require
Showing a bit
56.
chagrin, discomposure with himself. Can't see the thorn being far out here. Red bit on the wire. Perfect. Dipper, quarter of an inch.
36. Russia require 13.
So that's Russians' own Annie Oakley. And that's why. Good gracious. The girl can play a bit.
Fourth leg, Scotland
To
to
mistake
Roman.
of Dave. And this, a Group B match. And we play Spain
134.
later. USA and Wales are thrown. And maybe these lot will join them in the league system, which is all day tomorrow. Mentioning that, we're open at 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock here at Rinton Meadows. There's tickets
41.
on sale. And you would have a right canny afternoon or evening tomorrow or Sunday if you join us. Oh, beautiful last
100.
dart by the Thorn.
Well, earlier today, Anastasia was out doing pin-up pictures in the snow, driving a snowplow. And she really needs to get that into gear if
97.
he is to shovel the Scots aside.
Beautiful style. Beautiful, fast, muscular arm.
137.
And you could say the same about these playing since the age of 11. As the other kids, Abigail and Dolly's. She was zapping tungsten, age 11.
60. Scotland require
130 then for Robert Thornton for 3-1. Possibilities.
90.
Making sure that he leaves the double for his partner. Scots looking good.
And the Scots, you see they had a plan. Man who Tom Callum said,
41.
I'll show you the map, you lay the black
Scotland
stuff,
require
lads.
40.
Span, the plan is for Gary to get the scores, the Thorn to get the doubles. And he's very twitchy sometimes on his doubles, this lad. You can see it, shaking like a thistle in the wind.
20.
Well, there's no need for panic with the Russian pairing back on 262. But I wonder, Sid, these players, do they really work to this pattern? You know, you go for the
100.
scores, I'll go for the doubles.
Scotland
They're
require
equally
20.
adept at scoring and finishing.
Well, it's not what Anderson said. Specifically different. Oh, don't give that lie. Double five. I don't know why.
10
Well,
score.
that's now 6 darts at doubles that the Scots have missed, and the Russians will be wishing they could have kept closer order and not ended on a bogey like 162.
Well, they have both had nervous problems in darts before, jangly
42.
nerves, convinced they're going to miss things.
Scotland require
Scots.
10.
Double. One for double two now. Double 2.
Game's on the fourth leg.
You can see that slight nod of relaxation by Gary Anderson.
Beautifully correct technical style from Anastasia, that straight arm release. The girl does have class and style and throwing ability.
On fire in UK Alban. And last sum up, Gary Anderson really held Taylor in the final till Taylor ran away from him and was on fire in the UK Alban in the earlier round when he played Van Gerwen, 106 average and 8 180s.
95.
Yes, it's true to say that this man, Robert Thornton, made dramatic ascendancy of the PDC rankings once he joined a couple of years back. Soared up. I think he was the highest riser of the year.
43.
And since Gary Anderson's been over, he's shown he has the game to match and maybe even dispatch the best of them.
Yeah, World Championship 2010. Thornton beaten by Taylor, round 2. World Championship
85.
Aussie Open 2008. As I say, he won 2 of the biggest world singles titles, the IDL and the World Darts Trophy,
45.
did Anderson. So the calibre of the 2 Scots is clay more fantastic. This lad's just not got the weight of the shot right.
40.
Any area, back in Hills.
Robert Thornton, the Glasgow area, 44 years old. 26 gram Red Dragon darts.
60.
Not really going exactly where he intended with that visit, and the Russians have a chance here. Stealing back another leg with throat.
Brilliant second dart.
135.
Lovely stuff.
Yes, the girl is matching it with the best of them up there, as Robert Thornton said. Anastasia will give the guys a gallop.
58. Russia require 46.
Just as twitchy as the 2 Scots. Double 18 got to be sent out. Red bit. Oh, badly pulled. I think he knows that Anastasia is putting the setups
14
for him,
score.
and he's letting
Scotland
her down.
require
Yeah, the girl's carrying him at the
161.
moment, and now Thornton on 161. This would hurt the Russians. Not on. And Thornton knows it wasn't an impressive dart. That's better though.
125. Russia required 32.
Just the last to make it come to pass. 2 inches north. Brilliant!
Games on the fifth leg. Russia. Sixth leg. Scotland throwing first.
She always graces world stages, this girl,
140.
whenever they put her on. Second lady ever at the World Championships, the PDC, after Gail King.
But she truly has matched 2 outstandingly talented Scots here tonight. And if her young
41.
partner, and he's only 23, Roman Konchikov, could just get his game up together, then the Scots might well have cause to concern themselves.
That's right. Emily Pankhurst has been able to chuck darts like that. She wouldn't need to tie us up with the ruins. Women's lib. Rampant with tungsten here. This lad struggles to get rhythm. Nice recovery.
136.
Love the style of this guy.
100.
But those get heebie-jeebies. And there's the night screamies about the doubles. It's a bad line, that, because the flight's in the way. It's still a lie, but it's going to be beautiful.
100.
Magic last
Scotland
dart!
require
Anastasia.
121.
Yes, she is playing beautifully, and she's virtually taking on the Scots single-handed. Been doing the scoring, she was doing the finishing. We didn't expect
97.
the score perhaps to be this close after 5 legs. And Roman Konchikov here will be conscious that if he can really put together some magic, then we could have a
134.
real match
Scotland
and a
require
possible
24.
upset on our hands.
Games on the
Beautifully
sixth
weighted
leg.
dart
Scotland.
by
Seventh
Anderson.
leg. Russia to throw first. Game on.
Did a Premier League dart exhibition during the 2009 series. Did Anderson 7-4
45.
be John Part, 108 average, and this whole 3 days. Yeah, here's Sunderland. is a pastiche.
60.
What's going to happen at the World Championship from the 16th of December? This is part of that flamboyant ensemble. This lad's been there before.
Just looks like he needs to loosen up a bit, Sid.
Absolutely, keyword that. He's as tight as a spider, dunked in aspic. This kid ain't though.
140.
Anastasia, graceful, elegant, good release. Eyes fixed on the target. Just maybe need to keep her head a little bit stiller. Sid. What would you say?
Well, I think you may be right. See, if you compare the stillness of that head, there's a sort of periscope
60.
aspect from the eyes, just right to left as he threw it. But as this line says, arched like Kevin Painter on a bad night, twisted up. Good shot, unlucky. I think it is the nerves with him. And the thorn rushes to that hockey. Mark Russen. Brilliant second dart.
140.
Fair old crowd, considering the conditions, have packed into the Rainton Meadows Arena here this evening, and they have been appreciative. But it's a long time since we've been to this part of the world for big time darts.
Scotland require
But
101.
they've been a really good audience.
And this part of the world has produced some good players. Dougie McCarthy of England lives just up the road. Topsy once. Topsy gets 101.
Scotland.
So he's reversing the plan.
Eight Russia
It's
to
supposed to be the
Roper.
Thorns. The
Game
10
on.
points the doubles. Well, I think most of the crowd, I think it's all over. I'll tell you one lassie who doesn't.
41.
Gary Anderson, one of the form horses, shown particularly at the UK Open. And he went to the title final with Taylor this year. His true class. It's the Russian. Tries to roll it. There's still work for rubles.
Well, we have to be honest and say the Russians have certainly not disgraced themselves here. In class, one would have thought they didn't have prayer, but they've made these Scots go for it. And this young lady, 26-year-old and former women's world champion, has shown once again she graces the
60.
stage with her elegance and style.
Here we go then. Needs 140 to pressurise the shot. Bag of nerves. Having an absolute mare.
22.
And that has given the Scots more than a window of opportunity. They're ahead here. And Robert Thornton is filling his boots. He is filling his boots.
139.
Yes, like the rose window. St Andrew's Cathedral there. That. The size of the window, massive. She'll pummel her head with this lass.
140.
And if that's going to be the last dart she throws, they've been impressive ones as the Scots. 41, got the wrong treble, treble 11 there. One in tops, one would think. And double tops for the match.
54. Russia require 104.
A chance, a mere ghost of a chance for the Russians. Treble 18 would leave double 16.
So here we go then. Once again,
56.
Konchkov fails.
Scotland
hurdle
required 20.
for a comfy stroll into the Group B in tomorrow's group stage. Half an inch leftward red bit. Double. From the wire.
Wow.
Russia
As so
required
often in
48.
Scottish sport, when the lads seem to be within touching distance of success, they just choke a little. Double 16 now for Anastasia. Now double 8. She can keep the Russians alive here.
32. Scotland required 10.
For the match. the elegant, pasty-faced with tension Anderson. Does the necessary.
Scotland!
Anastasia gave it her best. Her partner could not rise to it.